Hey everyone, this is Andrew, and in this video I'm going to try to compare my high screams and what pretty much every band uses for high screams to the Melissa Cross Fry scream. Because I see so many people around the internet, and basically just the internet, that teach screaming or are asking about screaming and trying to do it. They're either teaching or using the Melissa Cross Fry scream. I would call my high scream the real Fry scream, and her Fry scream just the shit scream. Because, I mean, you can make a sound with it that with a microphone you could probably make some convincing scream if you practice it. It sounds like shit. I used to try to practice it before I knew how to scream, and I couldn't get anything useful out of it. I've seen some people online try to use it, and I've never heard a good example of it. Even Melissa Cross doing it sounds bad, aside from just practicing exercises. Now, what I will say about it is that it's good for kind of like internalizing how you should scream and getting some things down in your throat. It doesn't use the same muscles or anything, blah, 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 in your throat. It's just kind of a good way to visualize and do other stuff that's not actually the scream. So the Melissa Cross Fry scream, not the scream you want to do. Now my Fry scream, what I just call it the high scream, I can say with almost 100% certainty that for most screams that you'll hear, as long as they're not the low between the baritone and open screams, are this kind of scream. And then even the vocal rasp that most people use is this kind of way, just with some note put in there, or with a little bit of grit using the same muscles. So my high scream, I don't know if you've seen it in my thing, in my other videos. I have a bunch of videos on it in my screaming series, but it's just kind of like, yeah! And it's, it's loud, it's aggressive. It doesn't hurt when you're learning it. It'll probably hurt when you're learning it at first, but you will figure it out. Just takes a lot of trial and error and a lot of different ways of explaining it, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully my videos have, my videos on here already will be able to help you. If you want to see the first high screaming video, I guess click here. I'll try to remember to put an annotation in that spot when I upload it. And then also low screams, I guess, click here, and I'll try to remember to put that there too. Which is not this video, but learning both helps. One kind of reinforces the other. Now with the Melissa Cross Fry scream, it kind of sounds like this. Now forgive me, I'm not very good at it because I don't use it because it's useless. So I guess which is a good reason to not be good at it because it's useless. But let's just give it a go. So you kind of make this pterodactyl noise, so like, yo! Yo! Now, it's kind of hard to get the closure, but yo! And some people can do it better, worse. Either way, even the people that I've heard do it best, it still sounds bad. And it's basically just like, you get your, like, I don't know 100%, but what it feels like and what I think it is based on what I've seen in her DVDs and stuff, is that it's like, your vocal cords are usually vibrating, but then you just kind of tighten them and just kind of push air through them. And it's not like tighten. It's very, this method is completely painless. Now, what I do notice is that it kind of makes your singing feel weird. So don't scream like this. It's useless. Like seriously, if you're screaming like that, doing that, or anything like that, or trying to make it vocal rasp, like singing songs like like it just sounds bad. Don't do it. So, just warning for everyone that Melissa Cross Fry scream is meh. Now, what I think it is good for, what I noticed when I was driving home, is that I was kind of like getting my scream and lightening it to the point of the basic essential scream sound that you use to make all the different kinds of high screams that people do. So, for example, like you have like a yo! That's just the full scream, and then you can kind of take everything away and strip it down. So like yo! And that's kind of like the basic sound that you kind of just add more breath pressure to and like do some certain things in your throat to get certain different sounds depending on who you want to sound like. Like, I can't think of an example, like Icarus Lifts. It was like, I'm not an angel nor a demon spawn, else I will go again. Gravity is just a feeble plot. So there's a lot of different things you can do to change the sound of that basic fundamental sound. Now, so you get that basically like, yo, and it almost kind of feels like that, yo, and you can even kind of do this if you kind of get better at it. It's like, yo, 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 yo. So then I'm just going like my high scream, yo, yo, and then Melissa Cross high scream, yo, whoa. It's the only difference is the Melissa Cross one. I'll try to describe where I'm feeling it. So it's like, whoa, yo. It almost feels like it's in the back of your throat. I mean, my high scream sounds like it's kind of in the back of your throat as well. And then the Melissa Cross one also kind of feels like actually in your vocal cords. But when you do my fry scream, it feels like a wow, wow. It feels, again, the back of the throat, because that's where it's resonating. And then also right above the vocal cords, which are where, guess what? Your false vocal cords, which is what makes vocal rasp and screaming sounds, for at least what most people use. And then you just kind of tweak that basic sound. So you do one of the ways I describe it. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to know how to do Melissa Cross fry scream, you can either look it online, you can just kind of go like, just kind of slide up a falsetto, push a little bit, and kind of let go and let it break apart. And then remember that sound. Now, my scream's harder to learn, which is probably why she doesn't teach it in her DVDs. It's more of a trial and error thing, so you kind of just get... One way I learned it is just kind of like whisper scream, so you hear a song, I don't know, any song will do, but let's say you just... along, you're like, wow, 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 and so like, betray one more time. And you kind of whisper it, and then you kind of get that, like, that buzzer sound, that feeling with your false vocal cords, except there's no note in there. Heartburn, really badly. So you get that kind of, and that feeling. But then you get like that whisper screams like, betray one more time, betray one more time, betray one more time. And I have a bunch of videos going more in depth on that. But, so basically the point of this video is to show you that it's not the Melissa Cross fry scream. And it's not really even close. And the differences between them. So I think I made that clear enough in this. And... can't really think of anything else to say about it, aside from don't do the Melissa Cross scream, learn my scream, because really it is what everyone uses that I can know. Like, I'll just name off some bands. Just popular one, Linkin Park, Textures, Tesseract, what's their band name? Betrayed One More Time! Both My Valentine. Tool and Ticks and Leashes, that like, me dry. Marilyn Manson. Any vocal cover I've really done online. Between the Buried he uses like the low scream, but then sometimes he uses the high scream as well. Just mostly the low one. Periphery pretty much exclusively, except where you hear the super lows. You know, every freaking band. Protest the Hero. Metallica uses the rasp technique, just like Limp Bizkit and Linkin Park, and Hinder and Earshot. They all use the same kind of rasp technique, and all these bands. Just like if you want to know which band does what, just send me a message and I'll tell you. Born of Osiris uses low. The keyboardist does pretty much all high screams. Avenged Sevenfold, pretty much all high screams, and yeah, so a lot of bands use that same kind of scream. And if you focus on it and try doing different things, you will be able to figure out the little nuances that each person uses, using the scream and the rasp. But just don't do the Melissa Cross fry scream. It is a waste of time. You will never get it good enough to where it is actually useful in music or in anything, really. So, yeah. If you have any more questions about high screams, watch the high scream videos and stuff. There's like a bunch. There's a huge series I have. It's like 8 videos or something. They're not all high screams, but they focus on screaming. So watch those. If you have any more questions, comment on one of the videos, and I'll try to respond and answer best I can, or maybe make a video about your specific topic if I feel like it will help enough people, or if I feel like it's an important thing that other people should know about. So yeah, like this video if you liked it, favorite it, share it with your friends, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.